now that we've activated the light tower on the island of Skyloft, what we want to do is just follow that beam of light that heads into that massive cloud at the northwest part of the sky. You could have navigated around this area earlier, but we couldn't really do anything about it. We couldn't enter it yet. But now that the light is shining right into this massive cloud, it penetrates a hole through it, and we can now fly into it. There are these like little tornado type things that appear, and if you get caught up in one, you'll just be shot up into the air, and you'll have to just call your loft wing once again. So just fly on over and enter. It looks like the eye of Jupiter, but head inside and you will be inside the Thunderhead. I love that name, Thunderhead. It reminds me of Thunder Lips, for any of you who recognize that reference. Anyway, there's some new enemy bird creature thingy guys here. For the most part, they are pretty much harmless as long as you continuously keep flying. They shouldn't give you much of a problem at all. And the beam of light shines towards this island here within Thunderhead. So just fly on over and jump off your loft wing to land on the platform here. Just like to point out that the Isle of Songs theme is probably one of my favorite tracks in all of Skyward Sword in terms of the music. Anyway, there's a puzzle here, and this is the fastest way I know that you can do it. You can rotate the center block 7 times, and then go ahead and slash at the crystal on the right. From here, you want to rotate the center block 6 more times, and it'll cause the 3 of them to be in a line. Then hit the top crystal. I think you can hit the left crystal as well for this step. Then run back over and shift it just once clockwise. Now go back and slash the right crystal again, and now you'll be able to push the center block 9 times, and this will align the platforms perfectly so you can reach the main island of the Isle of Songs. I don't know what it is, just the calming nature of this track. It's so soothing. I don't know. It's fitting because the name is the Isle of Songs. Anyway, there's a small hole you can crawl into, so do so, and then run on over, and just like you've done before, deliver a Skyward Strike, and this will trigger a cutscene. Now that we've learned Faror's Courage, and by the way, that name, it's sort of like a throwback to Ocarina of Time, since Faror's Courage was one of the spells that you learned, because Faror was one of the three goddesses, with Din, Nehru, and Faror. So it's sort of a throwback. They use the same name. But anyway, now that we've learned the song, our next destination is actually back at the Faron Woods. So you can, head all the way over to the Faron Woods right now. Everything else we're doing in this chapter is optional side quests. One of them is right here at the Isle of Songs. Earlier on in the quest, we activated a goddess cube, and the corresponding goddess treasure chest was right here at the Isle of Songs. Since we are just now gaining access to the Thunderhead area, this is the first time we can open it. So go ahead and do so to get a gold rupee. Yay! That's pretty much it for now in terms of Thunderhead. There's a couple of small islands here, as well as a fairly large island. We can't really do too much with them yet. In fact, there's nothing really we can do at all. So you could explore if you'd like, just to get an idea of what the landscape is like. But that's pretty much going to do it for the Thunderhead region for now. We are going to be making a number of returns to this area. We'll be constantly coming here pretty much for the remainder of the game at this point. But for now, just follow the beam of light back outside of Thunderhead. Our next side quest is over at Fun Island, which is right near the La Nehru region. It's the colorful island that you might have traveled to before, or you've seen it on your map. And it's pretty easy to spot because it's the lone colorful island in the sky. Anyway, you could have traveled here earlier on in the game, and you would have found that the owner, Dodo, I think that's how you pronounce his name, D-O-D-O-H, Dodo was still setting up shop, and he wasn't ready for you to play his minigame. However, once you have acquired Scrapper, this opens up his Gratitude Crystal side quest. Scrapper is going to be used throughout the game to pick up items from beneath the clouds, both a part of the main quest and side quests. So once you arrive, you'll find that Dodo is all sad. Look at him, it's just so depressing just looking at him. Like, I'm legitimately sad, like, seeing him being sad. The whole thing is sad. It turns out he's lost his party wheel. It's fallen down somewhere beneath the clouds, and he can't make this place fun without his party wheel. And he's all depressed. He's like hunched over. He's not very enthusiastic, and he's just sad. It's rather unfortunate. But of course Link is going to come save the day, and he is going to find the party wheel. This opens up a new portion of the dowsing mechanic, basically. Right now there's always 4 locations that you can use the dowsing mechanic. The one at the bottom is just your standard viewing. The top is basically main quest items you're searching for. The slot on the right, that is for recovery hearts. Basically, anytime you are low on health, you can just talk to Fi, and you'll be able to douse 4 recovery hearts. The one spot on the left, though, that is used for side quest dowsing, pretty much. There's about half a dozen or so side quests that involve some sort of dowsing of some nature, and those will always be triggered to the left spot. It's worth noting that if you don't actually do this quest right now, and you go find another quest, you will lose the dowsing mechanic for the party wheel, and instead you'll find whatever is the new side quest. But then you can just come back and get it later on. Anyway, you want to head on over to the Lanayru region and make your way to the desert entrance bird statue. If you never saved here, this is right at the entrance to the Lanayru desert, coming out of the Lanayru mine. Once you're here, you want to hit the time shift stone that's located right here. If you haven't already, you'll have to blow up the boulder that is covering that particular time shift stone. Doing so creates these vines here, and there's an ancient flower to the right, so you might as well pick it up if you'd like. It's just an extra treasure. But we were at this location earlier on in the quest, but I jumped off the ledge to the left. But if you turn to the right, there's basically a narrow ledge that Link can jump up onto and basically work his way across. You don't want to let go, otherwise you'll just fall down to the area below. But once you see the higher like level above you or below you, drop down and look what we have here. It's Dodo's party wheel. So Fi will call on over Scrapper, the ancient robot from the scrap shop, and he'll come and grab it. Just want to make it known that I really like Scrapper's theme. I'm not sure what it is. It's sort of misplaced because it's sort of odd, but I don't know. I really like it. It's so like happy and jolly. Anyway, just off to the left there's a treasure chest found right here, so you can just jump down and open it up, and inside you will find a rare piece of treasure. In this case I found another blue bird feather. This gives me 6 total ones right now, and as I mentioned in the last video, you actually only need 5 of them just to get all the regular items and upgrades. Anyway, that's pretty much all you need to do here in the Lanayru desert, so I quickly fast forwarded. And let's make our way back over to Fun Island. Scrapper will be right behind you with the party wheel, so just fly on over and give it to Dodo. After completing the side quest and getting the 5 gratitude crystals, you will now be able to play in the minigame here at Fun Island. It costs 20 rupees to play, but it's a good way to make a lot of rupees back if you're good at it. And it's also a good game to play for fun, just to get the highest score. And it's good to have competitions with friends. You know, you can each go once or twice, and who has the average highest score. Basically, Dodo will shoot you up all the way into the very high in the sky, and what you have to do is just use the Wiimote to glide yourself down, and you'll actually need to go through 5 of the fortune rings. These are basically ring multipliers. They'll multiply your score at the end of the game. If you fall through all 5 of them, that gives you the maximum of 10 times the multiplier. However, you want to avoid the dodo balls that are like obstacles in your way. If you hit one of the balls, then you will lose your multiplier. At the very bottom then, the actual island, Fun Island, is spinning, and you want to land on one of the edges, and each of them corresponds to a certain amount of rupees. And there is obviously the grand prize, which you want to get. There's also some spots that you'll actually lose rupees on. Anyway, I'm making this look easy since this was actually my 3rd go at it and of this recording, and I cut out the first 2 just because I didn't really want to show failure. But you want to land on that sort of mixed color turquoise red one, and it's kind of, it'll take you some time, but as soon as you pass through the final fortune ring, you wanna basically the Fun Island will spin 3/4 around from that point on. So track where you potentially need to land. However, it'll only spin based on how many rings you get. So it's a little complicated. But if you get the grand prize, you will get a piece of heart. Yay! You'll also get 500 rupees, which is very valuable. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Join me next time, and we will be back in Skyloft.